pass them around. I used to email the venues and ask them if I could be opening act for the rappers that's passing through town. I used to be the one kids in my city was laughing about. I used to envision everything happening now.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A good gain there on first down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. A quick throw into the hands of Rager. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. This is Scarborough. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Here's Smith to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And a flag out right away, and I believe our day will begin with a 1st and 15. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Come on. Sit. Motion.
Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisioned something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Lucky. Right there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete, and he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Wilson. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, but it's going to be second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold will get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record, for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year. Sure is great to see him back on the field doing his thing.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Faking the give, Darnold. Rolling to his right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. McCaffrey following the penalty. Oh, nice move. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down. 2nd down at 5. Play action. It's Darnold. That caught by Trimble. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run with Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Wilson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And Sanders has got it complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 33 yards that time. Buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Mike, hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 52's the mic. 52's the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Flush to his right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. And Darnold just beating the play clock. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Darnold escaping the pressure right.
And he will find the rookie from LSU, Terrace Marshall.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Now it's Darnold. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
123 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now a run with McCaffrey. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Darnold on 3rd down. Coleman has it here right side. Touchdown Panthers. Tevin Coleman. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. And they go with McCaffrey. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. It's Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Try and run for it with Sanders. And he loses the football a second time. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. I
have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They will run again with Coleman. Coleman, the first down and a little extra. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
A couple of former Jets, Darnold to Anderson, first down Carolina.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Coleman. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
He's checking, he's checking. Back. Watch the slant. Motion.
Coleman going to get it again on second down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Off of play action, Darnold sliding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they were stopped on fourth down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on fourth down, Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on fourth versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a fourth down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a fourth down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
From the 27, Wilson. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. They'll let it go deep for Beckham.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Muhammad. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll run forward with Bo Scarborough. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Here's Smith to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Coleman now. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Darnold to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Darnold. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Here's Smith to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold will get this to Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. And he fires one, but incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Throwing again is Darnold. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. Back to throw, Darnold. Thomas brings it in. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime.